In the beginning, the earth was a vast, uncharted expanse. There were no lines, no borders, just endless horizons and open skies. Nature flourished in its untamed beauty, and all creatures roamed freely, guided only by the rhythms of the natural world. But as humanity evolved, so did our need to define and control the spaces around us. We began to draw lines, carve out territories, and build walls. These boundaries, both seen and unseen, began to shape our societies, our identities, and our interactions with one another. As we reflect on these origins, we must ask ourselves, who drew the lines and why? What have we gained and what have we lost in our quest to delineate the world around us? Join us as we embark on a journey to explore the meaning and impact of these boundaries, both physical and metaphorical, in our world today. This is not just a poem, it is my lament, my mirror, and my personal cry to our collective conscience. Let it speak to you. Let it ask the question, who drew the lines, and who will help us erase them? Who drew the lines? Who carved the borders? Who laid the claim? Who drew the lines that set the game? Each creature once knew where to tread, now paths are lost and dreams lie dead. The elephants march to their ancient home, but steel and stone have claimed their Rome. The humming rails, the towering wall, turn journeys safe to deadly calls. The birds once soared, the winds their guide, now windmills slash and rules divide. Barriers rise where none should be, caged in fear they cease to be. The bear that sleeps through winter's grace awakens to a stranger's place. The cold is weak, the snow won't stay, and hunger wakes before its day. The eel that danced from salt to stream now meets a dam, an ended dream. The bees, once wild, now bred, restrained, their golden gift a life constrained. Who built the roads? Who shaped the sky? Who chose what creature lives or dies? The land was shared, the sea was free, now stolen, fenced and claimed by we. The trees fall fast, the rivers choke, the air is thick with human smoke. The roaring beast, the wheels of speed, crush lives beneath their ruthless need. We call it growth, we call it gain, yet all around is loss and pain. A world once vast, now sliced and sold, the cost, a story left untold. But will we wake before too late? Before we seal the planet's fate? The earth was never ours to reign. We must return, undo the chain. For every wall, a bridge must rise. For every loss, we must be wise. To live as kin, not lords in greed. To share the space, fulfill the need. Before the echoes fade to none, before the final path is gone. This poem is not just a collection of verses. It's a cry from the soul of the earth. Written and performed by Chinweoke Uzoamaka Ike, this spoken word piece confronts the quiet tragedies hidden beneath human progress. Displaced animals, vanishing rivers, rising walls, and the heartbreaking cost of unchecked development. Who drew the lines? Was born from deep reflection, from walking through a world that feels more fragmented by the day. With each stanza, I tried to peel back the quiet tragedies we've accepted as progress. Cities swallowing sacred migration paths, highways replacing ancient trails, rivers stopped mid-journey by walls we call development. I wrote this poem with one haunting question echoing in my heart. Who drew the lines? Who decided that concrete must win over canopy? That walls deserve to rise where wildflowers once bloomed? That we as humans have the right to own what was always meant to be shared? This piece speaks to a truth many have forgotten. The earth was never ours to conquer, only to live with. For every skyscraper we celebrate, a tree falls. For every road we pave, a life is displaced. And the gain we hold in our hands often hides a loss we refuse to see. As the poet, I don't just want you to read this, I want you to feel it. Feel the ache of the displaced elephant, the confusion of the bear who wakes too early to a strange, warm winter, the silence where bees used to buzz. But more than anything, I want you to imagine. What if we stopped drawing lines and started building bridges? What if we chose to live as kin, not kings? I invite you to sit with this poem, to reflect, to share it if it speaks to you. Because the lines we draw are not only on maps, they're etched in the dry riverbeds, in skies too heavy to breathe, in the fading trails of creatures who once roamed free. And if we don't begin to ask who drew them and why, those same lines may become the boundaries between us and a livable future. It is time we begin to ask who drew the lines and why. About the poet, Chinweoke Uzoamaka Ike is a Nigerian writer and earthwatcher who uses talk shows, storytelling and poetry to raise awareness about sustainability, environmental justice and humanity's connection to nature. Subscribe for more soulful poetry, captivating stories of culture and reflections on the world around us. Like, comment and share if this piece speaks to you. Available on my YouTube channel at Excellent.